Hello. First off, thank you all for coming to support Tyler and Kate. This is an amazing turnout. I didn't realize as many people actually like my brother. For those that may not know me, my name is Bobby, and I am Tyler's brother. Growing up, Tyler and I were pretty much inseparable. Whether he had me in a headlock, taking me through kitchen walls, or I was holding him under in the pool, you could say that we were very close. As close as we also were pretty competitive and headstrong. I can't even count the amount of PlayStation controllers that were thrown at each other when one of us lost a game, or the amount of fights we got into over the strangest things, such as the flavors of a winter beer, how to pronounce Coppola wine, or because someone insulted Aaron Carter, and that was just something that Tyler was not going to take back in 2000. I even remember one time, and we were somewhat older at this point, Tyler chased me out of the house and down the street, shooting at me with a BB gun. Do I remember why? No. Most of the time, I do not. Although I was considered the troublemaker back then. The funny thing is, most of the time, I was just caught reacting to something Tyler did in the first place. I was just way more dramatic and emotional. So Tyler was very lucky to get away with it. But no, we were very close. We were the best of friends. We did almost everything together. Definitely not without a fight, but Tyler, we made it. We were very lucky to have each other. One of my favorite things about having Tyler as a brother is that I always had someone to go on rides with whenever we were in Disney or down the shore. Sometimes one of us would be a little scared of a specific ride, usually me. But the other always made sure to make the other one know that it was going to be fun and everything was okay. We played a lot of sports together. We played basketball, soccer, and even lacrosse, until I quit at the first game. And Tyler quit right after he played the game. We even had a band when we were younger. We would collaborate, Tyler would play the guitar, I would sing, Nick would jump on the drums. Those were the best of times. As we grew older, we were still always close. My parents would never allow anything different. But we definitely grew apart as far as hanging out and stuff like that. But we were much more similar than we realized, but we were also very different. I grew out of sports and I began musical theater. Tyler continued with sports and guitar. I was Team Brittany, Tyler was Team Justin. At some point, I think in college, we couldn't even be in the same room without getting into an argument, especially once he was an English major. Man, he knew everything. He was a walking encyclopedia. Nobody knew anything, nor were they ever right. We were all just extremely dumb. Tyler was always right. So we thought. We went through a phase, to be honest, completely sucked. When you look back at that time, it's hard when, we went through those dark times together, but I just realized Tyler was going through a bit of a hard time himself, and I wanted to make sure I was one of the first people there to let him know that he wasn't alone. And then Kate came along. Wow. When my brother met Kate, or at least once I knew about her, I saw a complete change in Tyler. He was so happy, he lost his asshole attitude. And our relationship started getting a lot better again. Kate brought the best out in Tyler. I'll never forget one of the first times I met Kate. We ended up at our local watering hole, Tui's, and she was dead set on singing karaoke. Tyler did not want that to happen. Naturally, I agreed to be a part of it. She chose my humps and black-eyed peas. I don't know what the hell I was in for. Oh my gosh. The passion that you put into that performance. You were a freaking firecracker. At that moment, I fell in love with her. Not the way that he loves her, that would be really freaking weird. But I just knew that Kate was the one for him. There are so many things about Kate that I love. One, your love for Taylor Swift, her love for karaoke, and her love for board and card games. I will say though, until I played a game night with Kate, I've never been more afraid of a game night in my entire life. I bet you and I actually we just say yes or no when she asks. I challenge any one of you to sit across the table from her and play. You don't even know what competitive means until you've done just that. But in all seriousness, meeting Kate, it's been a complete joy. And you becoming a part of our family's life has been amazing. And it was so nice to get my relationship back with Tyler. When I was going through a hard time a few years ago, coming to terms with who I am as myself and learning to love and accept myself, Tyler was there for me more than I ever imagined he could be. He was so proud of me, so happy for me, and literally to this day, still one of my biggest supporters in life. And my biggest supporters when it comes to me being me. Tyler, I don't know if I ever told you this or not, but when I came out, you really stepped up and had my back and supported me, and it truly made me feel so much stronger, and it's helped me so much. So for that, I want to say thank you. Kate, I want to say thank you to you too. You truly brought the best out of my brother. And you have been such an amazing addition to our family. You're one of my favorite people. I'm so happy that you guys live down the street from my family. Going back to when Tyler and I used to have a band when we were kids. We wrote this one song called Wedding Day. We were like 8 and 9, what the hell do we know about getting married? I can't remember all the words, but I remember one part, and it went, Mama says, zip up your jacket tight. Boy, it's gonna be a big, big night for you. Look where you are now. Your jacket is on. You have an absolutely beautiful wife. And it's your night. It's your wedding day. Enjoy it today and forevermore. And may the two of you have a marriage full of love, happiness, and most of all, in my opinion, laughter. Because as one of my favorite comedians, Joan Rivers, once said, if you can laugh at it, you can deal with it. And in my opinion, nothing will be too hard to overcome together. I love you guys so much. I would like to propose a toast to Kate and Tyler, Mr. and Mrs. Cecilia, on their wedding day. That they have the happiest life together and make each other smile and laugh every single day for the rest of your lives together.
Well done. Well done.